Hi everyone, nice to see you again. I'm Trisna from Indonesia. So today I'm going to talk about understanding Code 3 School program where I got it from AIB Training 2021. So let's talk about how to use codeWiz plus Coding School 3. So there are four parts that I'm going to talk today. First is configurations of coding school 3, and then second, learn about command blocks. Third, try using sensors with blocks, and then the last is uploading and executing code. So my objective here is to gain real-world experience in how to use codeWiz and coding school 3. So, first of all, let's learn about what configurations of Coding School 3 program. Coding School 3 program is a block-based program based on spreadsheet tree. It also provides variety of commands of block for easy programming of basic and external sensors built into the codeWiz board. So here are the board of codeWiz block. So Coding School 3 program consists of three areas: block area, coding area, and execution area. Many bars using coding school such as a board connection and allows you to select function. Coding area is a workspace for dragging, combining, and making block codes to create code. Run and stop button is a button to exit or stop the written code. Code block palette is a palette that categorizes code blocks at a glance. Coding blocks is a unit that gives a command to coding schools and can be combined to create programs. Next is sprite is a unit that can be moved by a block of code. The execute block is an area where you see the extra code running and working. And sprite information is an area where you can check the names and size. Stage information is an area where you can check of a stage. Well, next, let's learn about what commands of block of code Coding School 3 programs. As you can see here, connecting to the shape of the blocks allows you to create programs without syntax errors. First, head block. A head block is the block that starts all scripts. Block can only be placed below. And then the next is stack block. Stack block perform basic commands. There are grooves at the top and bumps at the bottom. So you can connect blocks at the top and bottom. So next is Boolean block. It determines the true and false statements and delivers them. The value delivered is either true or false. And the next is reporter block. A reporter block is the block that delivers a result of a sentence. Forwarding values can contain numbers and characters. C block is the block repeats the block that enters the center of examines the condition. Both top and bottom can connect blocks. And the last is cap block. It is multiple blocks connected are called script. A cap block is a block that terminates a script and cannot be attached below. So let's learn how to try using sensors with blocks. The first is mic sensor. The microphone sensor in codeWiz receives a value from 0 to 1023. Repeat statement to continue outputting. Please be quiet if the sound detected by microphone sensor in codeWiz create than 100. The second button is button sensor. The button sensor is codeWiz detects that the button is pressed and values of 0 and 1. The button code block contains a value of 1 when the button sensor be pressed and 0 or false when the button sensor is not pressed. The third is light sensor, which is accepts values from 0 to 1023. The darker it is, the greater the value. And then the fourth is distance sensor. The distance sensor tells you the distance from the objects in millimeter. Mark dangers if the distance from the object is less than 100 millimeter or safe if not. And the next is the 3-axis sensor. The 3-axis sensor detects the slope and receives the values of the x, y, and z axis from -90 to 90. And then the sixth is buzzer sensor. You should declare before you can use the buzzer command block. The buzzer sensor outputs various notes of different heights. You can output the desired sound starting with C as follows. The seventh is touch sensor. Play C, D, E, and F from the top right of the front of the board, and G and A from the top left. Please check the full codes. is nail pixel. You should declare before you can use this command block. codeWiz can print various colors with 5 nail pixels. You can also adjust the brightness or use the RGB values. And the 9 is Hall sensor. Hall sensors measure the polarity and strength of magnets. Let's initialize the value of the sensor to 0 and then find out the value of the Hall sensor using the repetition statement. And then 10 is OLED. You should declare before you can use this command block. Set where and how large the text will be printed. Specifies the directions and locations to be scrolled. Output rectangles, circles, and triangles. So the 11th is Wi-Fi sensor. Use only the code blocks provided by Coding School to connect to the NTP server and specify time zone to output date and time data for your region. And the 12th is Bluetooth sensor. Declares the names of Bluetooth. So we are coming to the next session. Let's learn about uploading and executing code. First, to check the full code. And then second, running sketch mode. On the edit menu of the Coding School menu bar, click turn on sketch mode. And third, to upload code. When the message appears that the upload is complete, press the OK button. The upload complete message is displayed on the yellow screen, where the sprite information window was located. And then 4, to execute code. Connects the codeWiz of the battery without connecting it to the computer to provide power. Well, I think that's all. Thank you so much. Kamsahamnida. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.